What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a similar video to one that I made a couple of weeks ago. And the video I made a couple of weeks ago was using my NBA 2K15 God Squad in NBA 2K19. And this video I'm going to be going back another 2 years. I'm going to be using my NBA 2K13 God Squad, my squad from 6 years ago. Yep, 6 years ago, and using it in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. So a lot of you guys probably never played NBA 2K13. I know probably most of you guys played 2K15. A lot of you guys probably didn't, but I can guarantee that not a lot of people play MyTEAM 2K13. It was not that big a game mode. The YouTube scene back then was dominated by the likes of Shake and Bake, obviously Chris Move, and Two Brothers Gaming. And also Cash Nasty was known as whatchamacalling and had like 100 and something subscribers. And Nick the Bulls fan as well, about 100 subscribers, thereabouts. But yeah, this is the squad that we had. So back then, Euro Step Acrobat 3-point shots, which I'm going to play on the screen right now, were some of the most overpowered things in the world, which meant that Steph Curry was the #1 option to run a point guard. You were seeing a lot of the time, you'd see likes of Derrick Rose, because that was kind of just after his injury. That was actually his it was his first injury year. You'd see him, and you'd still see the occasional LeBron James at point guard. You'd also see the occasional LeBron at center, and you wouldn't see too much variation from that. The only people you'd see other than that are Steve Kerr, who was basically Steph Curry, but he was a silver, and could do equally what Steph Curry could do with the Acrobat 3-point cheese. And you also saw Robert Pack a lot, because he was just for some reason the best dunker in the game. Like, I don't understand why. Robert Pack's, he was like 75 overall, but yet he was like the best dunker in the game. At the 2, I used to run with korver, and what you used to see is always at the 2, well, almost always people would run with a bronze at the 2, because basically it was all done by salary. So it used to cost 100 VC to play a gold player, as far as I know. It was 50 VC for a silver, and it was 0 VC for a bronze. So it's free to use bronze players. And the players you saw were korver and JJ Redick. You saw them being used almost exclusively at the 2-guard position. Those guys were really, really good, and Redick was a better ball handler, could kind of handle the ball a lot better, while korver had one of the best releases in the game, was one of the best spot-up shooters. At the 3, LeBron James was a guy I used in every single squad. He could do absolutely everything. Kevin Durant could score like the best of them. He was exactly like he was this year. And at the 5, I used to use JAVALE McGee. JAVALE McGee was like a pogo stick. It was all based on how the players played in real life, their cost, and JAVALE McGee was so cheap. He was literally like 250 VC, which is the minimum you could buy a player for, and there was no tax or anything, and you couldn't go lower than the minimum amount of players for one squad. So no matter what, it was literally free. If you booted up NBA 2K19 or 2K13 MyTEAM, you could have a JAVALE McGee, and you could also get close to having a korver, whereas these 3 were a lot more expensive. But JAVALE McGee was a beast in that game. He was like a pogo stick. He could dunk really well. He could catch lobs, because lobs were broken. And the big thing with dunking was that you couldn't block it back then. So the likes of LeBron, JAVALE McGee just completely dominated. Off the bench, we have Kobe. Kobe, not a lot of people had him until they unlocked the players during the summer. But once they did that, well, basically they unlocked him because it was based in real life, and he was injured for kind of the end of that year. A lot of people had him at the start of the year. He was very expensive for me anyway. I know everyone had him once he became unlocked during the summer. He had an unstoppable fadeaway. Like, if you shot like Alina or Kobe, it was glitched. It went in 100% of the time. Off the bench, we also ran with IGUODALA, who was literally LeBron James with better animations back then. It was crazy. And then at small forward off the bench was the best player in this entire squad, Silver Gerald Green. Gerald Green in 2K13. My God. Like, you don't, like, if you played back then, you know how good this card was. He used to be 200. He was the same price as JAVALE McGee. He was 250 VC. So literally for booting it up, you had JAVALE McGee. Cost 50 VC a game to use, which wasn't that difficult to get back then. And Gerald Green was literally just unguardable. He was LeBron James with a jump shot. He would dunk on everyone. He had one of the highest dunk ratings in the game, and dunking, again, it couldn't be blocked in the game back then. So he would just dunk on everybody. He also had an unbelievable 3-point shot. You put Acrobat on him, he could shoot those Euro step leaning 3s. He was literally LeBron with a jump shot, and was just the best player in the game. Don't ask me why, but for 2K13 and 2K14 on PS3, Gerald Green was literally, I don't know why, he was the best player in the game. At the 4, I can't even remember who I ran here. Actually, no, I can. But he's not in the game this year. I ran Steve Novak. I used to run Steve Novak as my bench 4. Honestly, I can't remember who else I would have ran. I remember I occasionally ran Carmelo Anthony because he had a really fast jumper and it was almost impossible to contest in that game. I used to kind of experiment with this. I used Blake Griffin a lot because of the dunking cheese. He could spin dunk unbelievably well and he was cheap. I used to use Dirk Nowitzki a bit, and I just remember it was like the hardest thing ever for me to find my bench power forward. I used to try out everyone. But another guy that was used an awful lot was Josh Smith, because Chris Move used them and he could shoot the mid-range, shoot a little bit from 3, and also had the dunking cheese as well. But actually no, I'm going to put in Josh Smith. I'm going to put in Josh Smith because I think I used him the most. Then we have HAKEEM OLAJUWON, who was by far the best center in the game. And back in the day, you could only get legends from packs, and also not all packs you were guaranteed a player. So you couldn't actually buy legends on the auction house. There was no actual auction house. There was a market where you could buy all the current players based on how they played in real life, but that was about it. So HAKEEM OLAJUWON was the one center that everyone seemed to pull, but he is by far the best center in the game. And if you didn't have HAKEEM OLAJUWON, you better believe you were using Dwight Howard, because Dwight Howard was the best rated current center in the game by far, and was just completely dominant. So if you didn't have HAKEEM, you were running Dwight, or if you weren't running Dwight and you were on a budget, you were running Joel Prisbilla. But yeah, so anyway, this is the squad. It should be quite a fun team to run with. But anyway, now let's get into the game. Alright, so we're playing against Kyrie, Grant Hill, Antoine Jameson, Porzingis, and Greg Oden. So this is going to be quite a tough matchup. Let's see what his bench is like. Magic, Brandon Roy, LeBron, Blake, and Shaq. So not a bad squad to come up against. Tough shot by Curry. Unlucky. Oh, JAVALE, come on. 2K13 JAVALE would not have missed that rebound. Abusing Porzingis with Durant may be our best chance in this game. It has to be a foul. Good job. Ball up. Bad shot, Curry. Good board, JAVALE. There we go. Nice putback. Only a double on Oden. Korver. 3. Bad release. But he knocks it down. He's there for one thing and one thing only, and hitting threes. I do not mind him taking me on here with Oden. Like, I do not mind that shot going in. There's certain things I can live with and certain things I can't. That's one of the things I can live with. Good shot, Curry. There we go. We've started off on fire offensively. Our defense just left a bit to be desired. Okay, I took way too long to take that shot, but Kobe hits it. Well, Gerald Green. To the basket, Gerald Green. Doesn't go for the dunk. Euro steps in. And we go and foul him. Oh my god. At least Shaq. Oh no, this Shaq can shoot free throws. That was the worst possible way to end the quarter. Okay, he hit one. But I thought Gerald Green was going to go 2K13 on them and just jam it on them. But then he must have low enough dunk tendencies. And they had an open corner 3 right there, but didn't take it. Josh Smith to the basket, tying up the game. Okay, just to get them in the game, for the last minute and 18 seconds, I put in JJ Redick, I put in Steve Kerr, and I put in Robert Pack. Straight away to leave Redick open from Limitless. Come on. There we go. Okay. Good job by Pack, finding HAKEEM from mid, who knocks it down. I'm not even sure Pack can speed boost, to be completely honest. One-legged floater, and Robert Pack puts it in. That was crazy. LeBron. I think he switched off there, and he knocks down a 3. Fade away. Kobe can't hit it. We're about to lose the lead this possession, aren't we? Yes, we are. How did he blow that? That's good. Damn. We went 8 points up in complete control and we're now down. Oh god, it's Gerald Green. If only we could just turn back the clocks and get 2K13 Gerald Green, or a version of Gerald Green. It's not a gold. All I want is a 2K13 Gerald Green. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much to ask for? Straight to the basket. And Josh Smith gets the dunk. Toss it up to HAKEEM, who gets the dunk. HAKEEM has dominated this game. He's got 17. Okay, they're on LeBron at center. But they've left KD wide open for mid. Apparently he's sliding contested, but it doesn't matter. He still hits it anyway. Korver for 3. Knocks it down. Okay, so they want to run LeBron at center. We are going to match up exactly the way Golden State would in real life and play Andre Iguodala at center. And he is now putting LaMarcus Aldridge in a center. Which means I got to take him out of the game. From deep green, light caught korver. Let's go. He's there to shoot threes and he's hitting threes. We're up by 11. To be honest, I gotta go versatility at the center position because he could do anything, so I gotta put Josh Smith in there. I'm gonna keep Curry, LeBron, and korver with KD on the floor. Yeah, he's got Melo, so right idea putting Josh Smith in. There we go. That's a comfortable win in the end. Bit of a scare in that third quarter, but apart from that, we were well in control most of this game. Green light, LeBron. Alright, that's it. That's a... Even though it seems like a blowout, that definitely was a lot closer than the score would suggest. So in the end, HAKEEM had 17 points when 6 of 7 in the field. Kevin Durant had 11, 4 of 4. Steph Curry had 10. Kobe Bryant had 10. Kyle Korver had 9, 3 of 4 from 3. JAVALE McGee had 8. Josh Smith had 8. LeBron had 6. JJ Redick had 5. Even though he did go 1 of 3 in the end and 1 of 2 from 3, he came on, hit a massive 3 when he first came in. Robert Pack had 2. And Gerald Green didn't score. 0 of 4 from the field. Wasn't great, to be honest. Steve Kerr didn't score. And Andre Iguodala didn't score. So anyway, that is the video. This was my NBA 2K13 God Squad. Well, the equivalent of it in NBA 2K19. So yeah, the squad ended up being quite good. It's just such a pity. Gerald Green, he's just not the same. He's just not the same. And he's actually higher overall this year than he was in that game as well. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.